Welcome back to Anonymous Repair. So today we have a soundbar. Apparently, this is what the soundbar is. And the problem is they moved it and they broke off the little USB micro USB plug off it. So I won't be able to test this because this is the only thing they sent me. They didn't send me anything else, so they can make it as cheap as possible. So they showed me photos and I said, yeah, but you're going to need to replace the USB. Yeah, but a USB port is there. I said, yeah, okay, USB port is there. I understand, but the problem is that this USB port is bent. So, let's see if I can get this camera to focus. See, it's opened up over there, right? So when you plug in this USB port, micro USB, it's loose. Come on, focus. It's loose. So what happens is it will lose connection. If I solder this one back, it will come back. So I don't have the exact same port, but one similar to it. So let's see if we can make this one work on this board, because it's the closest one I've got. So let's just zoom back down there and see what we need to do to make this fit. So first off the bat, we need to maybe bend these pins in so we can mount them to the back on those connections there. Those connections there. And then we need to push this slightly in so it fits into those two connections over here. And another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape the solder mask away here, because what I like to do is get a micro USB port, a bit of support in the front. Let's see, we lost, oh, we got that track, so we should be fine. So I think what we need to do is head over to the microscope and get all the solder off here, and get all the solder off and prepare this so that we can get this working. So let's switch on the soldering iron, because I'm most probably only going to need that for this job. I need to get some solder wick and let's get started. So we're under the microscope. Let's have a look, see what's going on here. We got some track that's broken off from this setup, as you can see over here. This is all ripped out there, but I think we can manage without that. Okay, soldering iron should be nice and hot by now. It's winter here, so this flux doesn't come out that easily. So let's add some solder to this and pick it up. Here's one important tip. After you wick, add solder to your soldering tip. Because when you wick up the solder, it actually removes the solder from the soldering tip as well. So by putting solder back on it, it helps it to keep the soldering tip good. Next we need to clean this off with IPA. Let's just check the back as well. It looks good. So we're going to leave it on the cable, and then we're going to mod this board to work on here. Not that easy. Need to find something better to do this. My Leatherman is in for service, so I don't have that. And I'm going to get some hate comments for this. So I'm trying to bend them to align those pins with these pins. So this is where we're going to solder. The PCB is going to sit here, and if we can get them aligned, it will have a better seat on the board, on the PCB. So okay, the next thing we need to bring those two bit in. Maybe about that much. So let's see if we can get this on the board. And that looks good. So try to keep it down there and clean my tip off. Applied solder to it. Let's see if I can get just one side in. It's not aligned properly. I'm not happy with that alignment. Let's see if we can move it over a bit. Yeah. Ouch. That's hot. Let's see if we can get this side down. What I'm going to do is first add some solder here and then push down on the micro USB port to seat it. That looks like a nice solder joint. Let's give it a few seconds. Okay, that side is done, but this side is not soldered properly. There we go. Let's flip this board around. Let's get this back into focus. Make sure if it's lying flat on the board, and it is. Now we're out of focus again, so let's get back into focus. Looks good. So let's attack those pins in the back. Okay, we've got two that is currently shorted together. So let's see if we can fix that up. Got some fluff on this bloody. Get some more flux to it. That should be more than enough. Looks good. Let's give it a test. So I think we can add a bit more of solder in here. And I think we can do the same on the other side. Add a bit more solder there. I like to give a nice firm base to this. Some of these USB ports don't take solder that easily. As you can see with this one, it's not taking solder that easily. So what I'm doing is I'm scraping on that on the micro USB port, just to take that layer away there where it doesn't want to solder. Let's do this side. It's a bit difficult to see. Let's see if I can. See, not happy with that. That's not a solder joint. That's better. I'm gonna leave it like that. Call it quits while we ahead. Take the worst flux off of this. Still think this mic is sounding much better to my voice. I do have, I'll say, not a easy voice to understand, so there's nothing I can do about that. I can just try to make the recordings cleaner and clearer so that people can hopefully understand me. I am half South African and half Portuguese, so I do apologize if you can't understand me properly. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna call that the fix. Just clip it in. That's a nice solid connection. So that will be it for this video. Let's switch to the main camera and finish off this. So let's all back together again. There's the micro USB port all cleaned up and nice. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, most probably. Cheers, bye.